Good morning, my dear friends. This is March 22nd, and it was February 21st that I pulled out the 100 babies to adults. I mean, some of them were like a quarter of an inch long, so, we're talking about, just about a wisp a day later. And of those 100 that we started out with, we came out with 176. I think that was a little over 2 months. It was December 14th, so to February, December, January, February, 9 to 10 weeks. So we almost doubled the size. Anyway, I took them out and I added them to the worm sweet worm, the bigger bin that I went ahead and built. But anyway, I kept this, and I but let's see, I guess 2 weeks ago, I think I looked through it and I got out a few more, and I really didn't do anything to it. But I just went through the other bin and I found the one that was a cocoon nursery, and I found 5 more little worms. Can you even see them in there? Anyway, so I thought, gee, I wonder if there's anybody else in here. And what I wanted to do was actually empty both um, both of these and use the soil, because it's created these wonderful castings. I'm going to try and do it like this so I can see what's going on. I don't know, but I mean, look at that. This was really just coffee grounds, eggshells that were pulverized, and some, oh, there's a cocoon, and some shredded cardboard. Oops, is that a little wormy? I can't see and do it at the same time. But you can see what I'm doing. Let me just back this off a bit. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing, and perhaps I can see. But I mean, I was surprised that I got another 5 out of the cocoon nursery, because I went through it a couple weeks ago, and so, you think you see something, and then it turns out that instead it's a eggshell, or it's the side of a cardboard. But look at the castings. Boy, they're gorgeous. I'm trying to get my tomato plants, and I'm trying to get other things started, and it just kills me to go and buy another bag of Miracle-Gro potting soil, and my lifting abilities aren't as great as they once were. Those of you who are still young and say, yeah, but you can still pick up a 40, 50-pound bag of soil. Well, not so much anymore. Well, I could, but I would be at the chiropractor the day after. We see anyone? No. But this is just beautiful. And I would guess it felt like about 4 pounds. And I was thinking about getting them. Oops, I see somebody moving. See that little guy? What do you say, little guy? Let's come on over here. There you go. That was one. Don't make me a liar here. I know you guys are hiding in here. Anyway, I'd like to get some of my seedlings started. I've gotten some nice tomato plants started that I've been showing you guys as I upgrade them to larger sizes, and I'm doing this experiment where I plant them in my little pots and plant them very shallow, and then keep adding like a dirt collar to it. Oh, look, there's another. Whoa, he's a decent sized guy. Okay, over in the waiting bin, mister. But anyway, I was thinking about starting this off again. Although, my goodness, that would make two of these, the worm sweet worm, the can of worms, which is where I started, and then the two Meals on Wheels worm bins that I have outside. I'm not sure I want to get all that going because this is like having plates in the air. Anybody old enough to remember Ed Sullivan, who always had the different acts? And the one act was the man who came out with the twirling plates. He would put them up on the little dowels, and he would twirl the plate and get it on there, and then he'd get the second plate on there, and he'd go back and he'd, give the first one a toss again and get it going, and then it's a third and the fourth, and you couldn't help but watch. It was all clean entertainment. There was no sensationalism. There was no, isn't this a spectacular fireworks or anything like that. It was just, it was a guy, 6 dowels and 6 plates. And his ability to get them all twirling at the same time with music, dramatic music in the background. Well, I'm not sure. I want to get 6 worm bins going at the same time. That would be dramatic, wouldn't it? And I don't play music, so the jury's still out on whether I would do this or not. That was a long story, sorry. Oop, I see another. Ooh, he's nice. Anyway, back to using this. I think I would say that this is definitely, oh, nice size. I guess I'm going to have to count them and then add it to my 176. And I hate to, oh, there's another one. I don't want to smush anybody. And you guys know I love working with my little fork because I'm not smashing anybody. I'm just kind of like scooping in there. Pretty little things, aren't they? You know what? This is a nice, whoops. Hello, dude. Jump on my fork. Nice way to start the day, isn't it? I haven't gone out for my walk yet. It's still dark outside. I like to walk in the early morning, but I don't like to walk too early in the morning. I like to be able to see where I'm going. I like to be able to see where I'm going, and I like to be able to see my worms. Oop. That guy's trying to get away. Now think about it. There's one more. I thought I saw one more. Did you see one more? Oh, there he is. I think he jumped on my fork. Take me, take me. I think we're up to about 6, 7. I was just watching Jeff Lawton, Permaculture Design, and he was talking about their 100-year flood. There's 2 more. And how his property survived. And he's in Australia, and they had their 100-year flood where it actually rained, he said, 14 meters. So we go, wow, 40 some feet was the with the river rose, and he said they had 180 some centimeters, which is I'm not really sure, it's something like 22 inches, 20 inches, somewhere in that, in an hour in his property. Look at that guy. Take me, I'm next. Okay, there you go. Sorry. But can you imagine having that much rain? And where does it all go? Where? I mean, here in Florida, we can have an inch of rain in an hour, and we go, okay, well, that's fine. And in these newer developments that have been really set up to handle, oops, you saw you. There he is. Handle that much rain. But in some of the older developments, it means flooding. We're in Windermere, and we seem to be able to have the drains have been. You think he's going to try and sneak away from me? Drains have been set up to handle it, but in some of the older areas, not so much. And so they experience flooding. And not bad flooding, but, oh, I think I hit a pocket. One. That's not. All right. Well, oops. There you are. Well, what to do? What would you guys suggest? This has gotten too big for what it is. I mean, you can see I'm up to the top here. So I'm thinking what I probably need to do is really sift through it and use it, and then start again if I'm going to with some fresh bedding, fresh coffee grounds, and maybe add in just, a couple few worms, and maybe start another experiment of, something like, how long does it take 10 worms to populate a bin, and just kind of let it go. Instead of checking it every couple weeks, actually let it go for a month or 2 months and see what I get. Have it wet down. But I think with the lid on and with the little plastic with the screening here, that it would survive. So I'll let you comment and let me know what you think. And I hope you'll subscribe, ring the bell, come back and see me, all that sort of thing. I think this is such a fun, fascinating project. And think about it. If you had an apartment, this isn't going to take away anything. And wouldn't it be lovely to be able to say, my house plants just thrive. Maybe once every 6 months or once a year, I change the bedding and change the worms and add it to my house plants or whatever you have. Maybe you have a balcony garden and you like to add things to it. And I think straight out of the worm is probably a lot better than going to the big box store and buying the stuff that's been bagged however long ago. So anyway, garden what you've got and make it your special day. And thanks again for coming to visit me. I really do appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.